Unlikely traditional economics with Marx, Adam Smith, Ricardo, which assumes that people always make logical choices, behavioral economics accepts that we're not always rational. Our emotions, fears, and even the way information is presented can impact our decisions. In Squid Game, the psychology of risk is a big part of what makes the show so intense. The contestants constantly face life or death decisions, and the way they react shows just how much fear and desperation can affect our choices. When the stakes are that high, staying calm and thinking clearly becomes incredibly hard. Take the glass bridge game, for example. The players have to cross a bridge made of glass panels, some strong enough to hold their weight and others that will shatter. As they approach, you can see the hesitation and fear taking over. Many freeze or second guess their steps, terrified of making the wrong move and falling. This is a great example of how fear can completely overwhelm rational thinking in stressful situations. But then suddenly there is one contestant who stands out. He happens to know how to tell the difference between tempered glass and regular glass because of his background in working with glass. That knowledge gives him a huge advantage. He doesn't have to rely on luck or panic like the others. Instead, he can make smart, calculated decisions while everybody else is guessing. It shows how having the right information can make all the difference when you're faced with a risky situation. This doesn't just apply to Squid Games. It's something we see in real life too, whether it's making decisions in business, investing, or even personal challenges. Having a good understanding of the risks and the right information can give you a major edge. For example, someone who knows the financial market inside out is better equipped to make smart investments than somebody who's just guessing. That's why banks make so much money in the financial markets. The same goes for any other situation where being prepared and informed can help you avoiding costly mistakes. The glass bridge game really drives this point home. It's a perfect mix of fear, hesitation, and the power of knowledge. And it's a reminder that while we can always avoid risk, being prepared and knowing what we're dealing with can make a world of difference, especially when the stakes are high. Another one of the most interesting themes in Squid Games is the illusion of control, the belief that we have more power over a situation than we actually do. In the show, the contestants desperately try to take control of their survival by forming alliances, manipulating others, or coming up with strategies to gain an edge. At first, these efforts seem to work, but as the game goes on, it becomes obvious that this sense of control is just an illusion. The rules are designed in such a way that no matter how smart or strategic the players are, randomness, unexpected twists, and sheer luck play a huge role in deciding who survives. This is reflected by this guy who tries to seek equality amongst all players all throughout the game. The contestants realize that they are at the mercy of a system much bigger and more powerful than they are. Their survival often depends less on their actions and more on forces completely out of their hands. This idea isn't just limited to Squid Game. It's something we see in real life too. Think about how often do we overestimate our ability to control uncertain situations. For example, people might think they can predict the stock market, avoid accidents, or guarantee success just through planning and effort. While preparation is important and effort is also important, there is always external factors like economic changes, random events, or systems beyond our control that can completely shift the outcome. This false sense of control can make us feel secure, but it also leads to frustration or even despair when things don't go as planned. In Squid Game, the illusion of control is a powerful reminder of how fragile our sense of agency can be. It shows us that no matter how much effort we put in, there are always larger systems, unpredictable forces, or random events shaping the outcomes of our lives. Some of us call it luck, some of us call it God, some of us call it life. But it also highlights the importance of being adaptable and accepting what's beyond our control, whether in a deadly game or in everyday life. The third thing that involves behavioral economics that I want to talk about that happened in Squid Game is the prize money. prize money is more than just a reward. It's a psychological weapon that completely shapes how the contestants think and act. That massive pile of cash sitting in the transparent piggy bank isn't just there for decoration. It's a constant reminder of what they could win, and it pushes the players to make decisions they might never consider in any other situation. They betray their friends, take extreme risks, and justify actions that would usually feel completely wrong, all because they can't stop focusing on that growing jackpot in a fucking transparent piggy bank. This is a classic example of something called anchoring in psychology. Anchoring is when a specific piece of information, like the prize money, gets stuck in your mind and shapes the way you see everything else. For the contestants, the piggy bank becomes the center of their world. Every decision they make is compared to the dream of winning all that cash. It clouds their judgment, making it easier for them to ignore just how dangerous the games really are. A perfect example of this happens in Season 2. Even after seeing how deadly the games are, the contestants vote to play just one more game. Why? Because the sight of that giant pile of money makes them focus on the potential reward, not on insane risks they're taking. And we can relate this to the theory that we explained before, the illusion of control. They think that player 456 has any control because he has already been in that game. So they're trying to gain an edge. But we see how the system is made for them to go wrong because the games are completely different from Season 1. But well, that's how powerful anchoring can be. It makes them less aware of the consequences and completely obsessed and blind with the possibility of winning. Some of us may think that this only happens in fiction, but we actually see this kind of thing happen in real life all the time. For example, when you see something on sale for 50% off, it's easy to focus on the discount and convince yourself that you're getting a great deal, even if you don't really need the item. Or in negotiations, the first offer often anchors the discussion, even if it's totally unrealistic. And people adjust their decisions based on that starting point. That is actually a manipulation technique that Machiavelli studied. We over-exaggerate the first offer, so then people are more disposed to accept a second offer that's actually lower, even if that second offer is way above what they were thinking initially. In Squid Game, the prize money acts as that anchor, keeping the players hooked on the dream of winning, while distorting their sense of risk and morality. It is a powerful reminder of how something as simple as a pile of cash, or even the idea of it, can dominate our thinking and lead us to make choices we'd never imagined in normal circumstances. In the end, Squid Game is just a powerful look at how humans behave under extreme uncertainty. It shows how emotions, survival instincts, and group dynamics all come together to shape decision making. Watching the show can even make us reflect on how we respond to risks in our lives. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you liked this special format in honor of Squid Games. If you did, please let it know down in the comments by dropping a like down there. And as always, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel to learn more about economics, sometimes through special ways like today we had the chance to. And see you in the next video.